Guys, the biggest beef I have ever seen in Clash Royale history has just started. It has been ongoing for a week. So basically, Ryley, who's one of the biggest Clash Royale YouTubers, he got second in the last World Finals, has been beefing with a former world champion called Sergio Ramos, who won the CCGS World Championship, I believe, in 2016, 2017. It all started with this tweet here, which I actually showed you guys in a video, but since then, there has been so much more, and it has just spread like wildfire across the whole community. We have just never seen anything like it. A lot of it could be because of the Rune Giant meta, but it is just wild, and I'll just walk you guys through everything that has happened so far, and it's still happening as we speak, but I wanted to record it before anything potentially gets deleted, because oftentimes after drama, people might delete some of their replies. But Ryley tweeted out, a lot of the old pros, in quotes, who were stuck at top 800 are back on top ladder. Sergio Ramos replied and said, shame on you. It's a picture of him beating Ryley. Before I show you that, though, Fahad replied this and said, before and after Rune Giant buff, and he's showing a graph of basically players that have improved a ton and started climbing like crazy ever since the Rune Giant came into the game, which was absolutely broken. And then Ryley said, XOP Sam or Sergio Ramos, I'm sure of it. And Sergio Ramos saw that and is probably why he ended up replying with the picture of beating Ryley. And then Ryley ends up replying to him saying, you are a really good player. You really deserve the win. And it's showing some of his previous stats from the last couple months getting pretty bad finishes in comparison to where he used to finish on ladder. And then Sergio Ramos said, I'm retired for now. I'm not a kid with no life like you. You're 30 years old. You aren't retired. You're just terrible at the game now. You haven't been good since Obama was in the White House. And he basically shows Sergio Ramos's profile. 364 games in the last 7 days, which is quite a lot with the Goblin Giant, Rune Giant deck. And then Sergio Ramos ratios him and says, you can't even win a world championship, kid. And then Ryley replies here saying, you won a world championship when dinosaurs roam the earth. Nobody cares about it. It's worth less than pocket lint. And then Sergio Ramos says, sorry, I don't speak to second places. Ryley said, amazing placements, bro. You did a lot. Replied with a picture of Sergio Ramos's profile on Royale API. And as you can see, he got number 1 in the 2017 Crown Championship. So Sergio Ramos is a world champion, technically speaking. And Sergio Ramos replied, ratioing Ryley again, saying, yes, but I do own you. And Ryley's idea behind this reply is showing basically how a lot of his finishes are mediocre, and the only thing he's really got going for him is that world championship. But in this reply from Sergio Ramos, it's basically a recent event where it was Team P.E.K.K.A against Team Mega Knight, and Sergio Ramos ended up beating Ryley in a duel. You can see here, this is just the second game of it. They each won one game. Sergio Ramos won, beating him in a duel, which is actually the format that's used in the, World Finals and in CRL. So Sergio Ramos, like, look, I can beat you in recent things. And after that, Ryley did not reply. Everyone was kind of cooking Ryley in the replies. Ryley won this first beef between them. But guys, this is not the end of this. You guys might be thinking like, oh, this is it. But no, what happened is, guys, if we close out of this here, I'll show you guys now Ryley's recent tweets. So this was from about a week ago. This was from a while ago, right? January 23rd. But if we scroll up here, it continues. And this is why this is like the biggest beef I've ever seen. I've never seen one last for a week. So this was yesterday. Ryley made a new profile picture where he essentially, it got a ton of likes, over 1,000. I even liked it because this was a really good comeback. So he basically replied a picture of Sergio Ramos here. And you can see the Rune Giant got emergency nerf. This actually happened yesterday. If attack has multiple projectiles, bonus damage will be divided among them, affects the Firecracker Hunter, and it also affects the Goblin Giant, the Ramrider as well. And he's basically showing that Sergio Ramos tilted a ton. And then what happened is, afterwards, Sergio Ramos replied this, trying to have a good comeback. Basically, Ryley posted on his community tab, I'm not gay, with, I guess, a picture of a girl in his bed, or maybe it's her. I mean, who even knows the details? I mean, that's not even what's important. But I guess Ryley posted this because he's gotten, you know, zesty allegations or whatever. Like, a lot of people thought he was gay because of like how he acts in his streams or videos. So he's trying to post this as confirmation that he's not gay. Does this mean he's potentially still bi? I mean, I'm kind of joking around, but we don't know for sure. He said he's not gay, but bi's still a possibility, technically speaking. Or maybe he's straight, who knows? Or I don't know, maybe he's just trying to throw everyone off. But either way, I'm just kind of joking around. That's not what's important. But anyway, everyone is like, that's not the comeback you think it is. And then everyone's like, wait, since when does Ryley have a girl? What? Either way, I'm not gonna lie, I think Ryley deleted this off his community tab. In my opinion, so the women I've dated, I don't post them on social media, and I think a lot of guys would kind of agree. I don't know if that's really the greatest thing to do. I don't think this is like a great, like, unless it's like really serious, like they're, you know, your girlfriend, you've been with them for a while. But in this type of like context and then captioning it, I'm not gay, like definitely that's not something I would do. So I think that's kind of what Sergio Ramos is trying to say. Like, it's a little bit cringe, but either way, I mean, all the details aren't super duper important. But anyway, what ended up happening is Ryley, literally, this is just an hour ago, guys, and this is where things have really just been like, boom. This was kind of just like the boom moment, you know what I mean? That got everyone riled up. And I'm going to explain basically, because there's some I think conceptions, like, are people like not understanding all the details. So, okay, basically, Ryley tweeted out contenido exclusivo. You probably don't even need to understand Spanish to know what that means, but it means exclusive content. He posted a picture of Moni WTF and Sergio Ramos. This is the girl he used to be with, his ex, and he's essentially showing that she used to have an OnlyFans. And you can see join Monty WTF on. Okay, so yeah, Ryley tweeted this out right now. A lot of people I think are confused because they think that, and if we go to Sergio Ramos's like profile picture, they think that girl in his profile picture basically is the girl he's dating now. They think is the same girl in that OnlyFans, right? And that's why a lot of people are confused. But that's a different girl. That's his ex, and we don't know if he was with her when she was doing OnlyFans. So that, I think those are important details to say because there's a little bit of confusion. But basically, yeah, Sandbox replies with the prices here, and Ryley's like, for a diamond pass is crazy. And Sergio Ramos is like, you know she's not my girlfriend, right? Or what's your point here? And I don't know if he replied, if Ryley ended up replying, but everyone is still saying they fried him. But if we check what Sergio Ramos's replies are, like, he tried to kind of explain himself a little bit, where he was replying here to Ryley, this is what I was looking for here. So he was like, messing with things that have to do with Clash Royale makes sense, but what is this XD? So people are confused, like, why are we bringing like the women into this? And Ryley was like, well, it's because he posted this. And then Sergio Ramos is like, you posted it first on your community tab. Riley's like, you did too. I don't know why there's this fat ratio, but technically he does have a good point with that. And then Sergio Ramos said, I was making fun that you had to make clear that you're not gay. I don't care about the girl. Keep in mind, Sergio Ramos is from Mexico, so it's understandable that his English isn't the best. He's trying his best, and language barrier. I mean, to be fair, I don't think you should make fun of people for that, because, like, you know, he's, like, trying his best. Like, most people only know how to speak one language. But, man, this is just, like, mind-blowing. Like, never would I have thought in Clash Royale beef we'd be getting, like, we'd be bringing people's, like, girlfriend into it. We'd be bringing in, like, OnlyFans. Like, what is even happening? Like, the past month, because of this meta, things have just gotten, like, so out of hand, and I've just never seen anything like it. I don't even know who won this beef. Like, the thing is, this OnlyFans thing would be a really good nail in the coffin if it was actually the girl he's currently dating now, but it's Sergio Ramos's ex, and I don't know if he was with her when he knew that she was doing that. So honestly, it seems to be still kind of a tie, and there's no sign of it ending soon. So if you guys want to follow it along, be sure to check it out on Twitter, I guess.